Right, g'day team. Eric here, back again with another session. Okay, this is for our RECOMMIT Plus fans, but also for everybody else that follows the stream. Now, if you see behind me, we've got two 20-minute pieces today, 2 minutes rest in between. You can see the breakdown, 10-10, 2022, and then 10-5-5, 2022 again, and then we'll just free it up again for that 24. Okay, so the overriding theme of today: consistency, repetition of stroke, efficiency of stroke, to really start and get that in as individuals, okay? Because yes, I know we all do this completely differently, but I'm trying to guide you in the best possible biomechanical way of getting this machine moving, us versus the machine, and then us with the machine, okay? So when I say us versus the machine, when we're driving, it's all our power in our technique form to create that spin of the flywheel. And then as we recover, it's us with the machine, right? We flow with it, we let the machine drag us forward, and then we repeat, okay? Work, rest, ratio, repeat. Doing it in the most efficient way that we can, right? And so I will do all the technical stuff, you just listen as we go along, but it's really trying to get that focus and understanding that what we're trying to do is repetitive, stroke after stroke, stroke after stroke, in the good fashion, right? And then over time, the fatigue starts to build up, the heart rate starts to build up, sweat starts coming off us. Okay, so we know we're in a really good place. And we'll just focus on all the little bits and pieces which help keep that a continuous focus. Now, what starts to happen when we get up into this latter part, we're going to start getting pretty tired. Our form might start to wane a little bit, and that's really where we want to get that focus, because when we're under stress, when we're tired, that fatigue, that is the point that we want to make sure we're doing very, very well. Because if we are doing that well, then we do know that we're getting some really good benefit because of that, okay? Because of the focus that we're putting towards doing this, okay? So that's as simple as it goes. It's a good amount of time. It's really good for our fitness. That's what we're after today, and just really focus on that form, that rhythm, how we're applying. That's the goal, okay? So we'll do a quick warm-up, and then we'll get into it, and then we're just going to talk, and you guys are going to row, and you're going to really stay focused and just listen to all the bits and pieces that I'll be talking about, all the focus points, really start to get an understanding. Because at the end of the day, I can give as much comments, ideas, tips as possible, but you have to find a way in your own rowing and the way that it's going for you, for your size, your age, your sex, everything, right? To find out where that fits for you, even up to the point of drag, right? Where do you see yourself fitting in terms of resistance? And you find that mix, that recipe, okay? And I'll give you the tips, and then hopefully it's going to pay off, okay? And work on it, find what works, but I'll give you the best possible opportunity to make that happen, okay? Right, it's enough chirping along from me. Let's get in. We'll just do a quick warm-up, couple of minutes. Just getting loose, limber, okay? And then we're into our session, 40 minutes of work, and then we'll be away laughing, okay? So just warm up how you'd like, 2 or 3 minutes. We're just trying to get the blood pumping, get the rhythm going. That's the key. Really loose, okay? Just stretch out. Every stroke, just stretching a little bit further, allowing that seat come under us just a little bit more. Really good. Find that posture. And even now, just working with the machine on this recovery. Feel the hand around the finish, getting led away by the bungee, the chain nice and flat, and we just roll into the front. Feel that seat coming underneath us, sitting nice and proud, connected, and our body shapes. You know, some people have very good flexibility in their back, others not so much, even in the hips. Getting to a point where we can take the load with the connection here, okay, but not overload it with the back or be too much tension in the core and not enough in the back, or vice versa. And just warming up all these muscles, all these groups, feeling that flexibility in the heels. Okay, good. And just rolling along, stroke after stroke. What I mentioned before, that relationship for us versus the machine, we just want to continue that flywheel. Okay, we take a stroke, the flywheel starts to decrease, we smoothly pick it up again, and then we drive. Okay, roll in, press away. Okay, so just press it on just a little bit more in these last sort of 30 seconds. Really smooth with our movements. The change in directions, we want to be nice, supple, okay, not getting and hitting, or be real fast or rigid. Flow, okay? Us with the machine. Smooth application. Couple more. Done. Okay? Should be all we need, especially in a workout like this today, where we're just rolling around at that sort of fitness, U2 level, heart rates at a good beat, okay? We're going to have to find our own breathing rhythms, but this is just a good training zone, okay? This is the stuff that makes us fitter, okay? Great. Right, here we go. So, on your machines concept, or if you've got another machine with an interval setting, we go select workout, new workout, intervals time. Okay, let's take that set time to 20 minutes. Okay, good time. And that rest period needs to be 2 minutes. Okay, leave that flashing. Get prepared. Obviously, you can pause this video, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Okay, all good. Let's press that checkbox. Let's get ready to go. Into a rhythm. Focus on the flow. Focus on the application. Okay, and we'll talk through the whole thing. Okay, as we're rowing along. Right, here we go. Sitting ready. Attention. Go. Okay, really start off with those long arms. The hang. Feel that smoothness of that application. Long arms. Good rhythm. Okay? Now we talk about it being metronomic because what happens in a metronome? Obviously everything is a ratio, and we want to make sure that while we're doing this, we have a consistent time on the drive there, and then we have the same rhythm on the recovery. Okay, so we want to try and eliminate too much of like quickness and then, oh shit, next stroke I better be a little bit slower or whatever. We just want to find a rhythm that we can make consistent for the period of time. Okay, now when we get up in certain ratings, then we actually get it properly metronomic, which is drive time, recovery time actually becomes the same time to a point where it can actually get quicker. Whereas what we're trying with this metronomic is making it just the same each time. So if we focus this recovery, we're relaxed, we get that set up, we roll forward, and we think about that on repeat. Okay, and what are we doing to achieve that? Hands around the finish, having grip in the hands, but also having enough feel to know that the handle is really trying to take us forward. Okay, so we've got enough patience, enough feeling to hold and ride this chain. Okay, keeping that chain nice and level is an ultimate goal. Only because if we tend to drop it low, it has to come up. Just changes our body position. Okay, but we've got this smooth flow forward, trying to make it feel like the seat travels one speed into the front, one speed. Okay, there it is, and that's good. That gets us our setup, that gets us our flow, our recovery, which then sets us up for what actually makes the machine move, which is our drive. Okay, so we've got this roll, we're nice and relaxed in our bodies, in our composure. Yes, we've got to use muscles to hold our form, to hold our connection, but we're rolling with the machine. Okay, I'm holding 20 rate, and I've found a rhythm where I can go back and forward, have that same rating each time, and then focus on the little parts of the stroke which are going to help me not slow it down. Be prepared for the catch. His hands around the finish. Out over the knees, the stretch. The body starts to hinge forward. Okay? Now, yes, the basics teach you to be set and then move. We want to try and mold that a little bit more into a flow. Okay? So there's straight arms, and then there's straight arms with suppleness. Okay? We want to be supple. We want to have a little bit of flexibility as we're rolling in. Enough to get the setup into the position we're after, but then be able to connect, because we're in that position, with the core, with the back, the legs, okay, the lats. But we've got to that point with as much relaxation as possible, okay, there. And set here, not reaching for any more, not getting up and tucking the seat, thinking we need any extra. Be content with the setup through here, okay, and then we're at the front, okay. So that rhythm has set us up really nicely for our recovery. And now let's just focus on how we are applying that pressure. Okay, we're rolling in, we can feel that weight coming onto the feet. There's a moment right there as we change that direction. Okay, and just remember, long arms. We don't want to have any grab. We can try and eliminate as much grab as we can. We stop those little muscles from getting fatigued over time. Okay, we hang, like lifting weights off the floor, we hang. Armpits, okay, right under the lats. And we've got that connected body. We've got the feet pushing against the footboard. Basically, we're opening the body out. Okay, just like that, sitting back through the stroke. So we hang and we push. The first part has to be that leg initiation, but then quite soon after it, the body starts getting driven back using the muscles in the core, the hips, through the drive. Nice. Okay, really good. And without forgetting about this rhythm of the recovery, feel the drive, set up and relax. Okay? So think about it, focus for a bit, have a look at our application. Does it feel smooth, jerky, something else? Really get into this continuous motion that we're after. Nice. Okay, really good. So that drive, feel both feet. We feel that symmetry as we push long arms together. That hang, that rhythm. That flow. Okay, this is good. Okay, and we've had a really good rhythm for this first 9 minutes. Feeling the motion. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to sweat. Okay, got that breathing. Holding consistency. Managing output. Okay. And just remember, when we make this drive, that the acceleration happens through the stroke, okay? The peak of the power isn't until the legs and the body are coming through. And we can see that there's a force curve setting on the machine. It's the second button down on the right. Really gives an idea of the power. Okay, up to now. So let's just move the hands here a little bit quicker for the setup. So we travel forward a little bit faster. And in turn, we have to drive a little bit quicker to get the rate. Okay, and then we just tap it along. Tap it along. Okay, good speed, good flow, good movement. Okay, this is nice. Relaxed, smooth. Okay, and we should probably have a better number on screen. But all it is because we're now basically producing similar watts per stroke, not like maybe a little bit more, but we're doing more strokes per minute. So you average it out, better number, okay? So, focus with me, hang, really feel these armpits. We roll into the front, we set, we roll around the front, we connect, and then through the middle of the stroke, the legs and the body. Our arms, nowhere near the power production that our legs and body have. But because of evolution, an amazing ability to hang, to hold on to a big amount of weight. Okay, there. Our arms can hold the weight. They just can't produce the power. Okay? We hold that, press. Okay, and remember that press should feel like we're squeezing lemons. Okay, not smashing them, not jumping on the front. Okay, push, swing. Push, swing. Okay, good. Nice, okay, good flow, good motion. This is easy. And when I mean easy, I mean getting into a repetitive motion, working on it, starting to figure out that the more accurate we become, the less that flywheel slows down, so the less our speed slows down. It means we can maintain that pace and form. Okay, good. Now keep self-checking. One thing about rowing, we always have to self-check about all the parts that we're doing. Okay? So we've got this hang. Feel the body. Think about that chain. Have a look at it. Okay? Is it flat? We don't really need it to come up. Okay? It's probably better if we don't drop it too low. Bottom of the sternum. Okay? Straight through. Think about what the arms are doing. Are we chicken wing? Or can we try and get them reasonably flat? Okay? That uses shoulder blade muscles. Muscles come up through the lats into our shoulders. Okay? And they're still bigger than this. And that's what holds that rhythm on, that power through. And good. Good flow with the hands. Remember, when we finish, we don't want to stop. Okay? Keep them moving. They move around. They go out over the knees. And then we roll. And good. Good rhythm. Good focus. Good flow. This is real good. Then we're moving freely. Nice patience. Nice. Okay, this is good. Really good. Okay, and remember to breathe. Relax that face. If we ever feel ourselves starting to grimace, clenching the teeth, try and release that tension. Okay, we do it now. I can feel it right down my neck, down into my chest. Okay, adds unnecessary stress and tension to our stroke. Keep that mouth open. Find a breathing rhythm that suits us. while we keep this flow to hold our rate. Okay, good. Really nice. Really good work. Okay, good. Hang. Nice and loose. Controlled. Okay, let's self-check the bodies a bit. Self-check the setup. Am I getting into a nice position at the front where I'm set? I can hold the core and leave the arms out long, and I can feel that push. Good. Okay, press. Remember, it should be a press. Okay, we talk about the push, but we want to feel like we've got weight on the feet, basically right through until just before the arms start coming in. Okay, and we'll feel that change on the feet. We can feel the push, and then the straps hold us from flying off the back. Okay, so keep the rhythm, keep the recovery speed. Let's focus this. Press both feet. Push, and the body opens up together. Okay, nice. Really good. Good hang. And into the front. Smooth. Direct connection right there. Hang. Okay, nice. Okay, 45 seconds odd left. We've kept this a good flow. Had a good roll. Hold this form right to the finish. Nice relaxation, keep that length, elastic length, right in. Remember, ride that seat, set it up, roll, and rhythm, okay? Good. Good flow, one more. Done. Okay, great, real good. So, bit of recovery time now. Refocus, breathe, have a drink, wipe some sweat off, okay? Really good first set, good amount of time, okay? 20 minutes, pretty solid. Okay, newcomers, if that's enough for you, come back, do the next set another day, okay? For everybody else, keep it going, okay? 40 minutes is a very, very good time. It's a good amount of training time. If you're looking for that good fitness and stuff on the rowing machine, this is going to be perfect, okay? So, analyze, self-check right now. Take a bit of reflection. Where did it feel good? Where did it slip a bit? Where did you feel like you were having to chase it? Okay? And just really start to think about that in terms of what we were doing with that rhythm, okay? Because we get to start off again here. We go back to that 20. We've got plenty of time. Okay, we've got plenty of time. Come forward, the rhythm, okay? It's a lot slower. Gives us time to think about this connection and what we're doing with the sit back of the stroke, allowing the arms to come to us. And then the last 10 minutes, we just start stepping it up, okay? So that's going to be the focus. Keep remembering what you need to work on in terms of all the parts of the stroke. Really try and lock it in. Really try and work on it. okay? Because at the end of the day, we're here trying to make you better, okay? So here we go. Let's just build into it, take a little bit of time. Okay, now, so just let the rhythm come first in terms of that, the rating, okay? Our time forward, the movement of the handles, the compression, okay? Our connection at the front might take us 30 seconds, could take us 40, maybe a bit longer. But once we've got this motion going, this consistent, continuous motion that we're looking for, then we can start to think about application, which is the drive and the amount of pressure that we think we can exert every stroke for the period that we've got in front of us. Okay? I think I'm there now. The numbers look good. And now it's about focusing on this rhythm, finding out, can I get this speed with efficiency? Can I make it slightly more economical? And we focus that rhythm. Feel your own rhythm. Feel the motion that you're trying to achieve. Okay, rolling on the seat. Back to this rhythm where the seat and the handle are drawing us. Back to the catch. Same speed. Okay, if you'll notice it for a second, when I'm out here, the hands are over the knees, my handle and my seat basically move at the same speed. Okay, so I'm getting set up, and then this and this, excuse me, are basically moving at the same speed. Right here. And when I feel that, I know that I've got my setup well, because if my hands are back here and then I feel my arms straighten out a little bit more towards the catch, I know I don't have as good a setup as I potentially could, okay? Potentially is the word. We're looking for the potential in each of us, okay? Feel your relationship between your hands and your seat, okay? Are you doing this and then the seat's moving quicker than the hands, okay? Means that we're probably tucking our seat a little bit too much. Okay, so just focus on that for a bit. And also try and feel like that seat is just moving at one speed. Okay, have a look. One speed. Until it gets just about to the front. And then that compression stops us from going any further. Good. There it is. Okay, smooth. Great motion. A really good rhythm. Okay, so we spoke about these feet before in that last set, about how at the finish we can feel it, that we're pulling against the strap. Feel that change as we come through. The feet now float. We no longer feel it at a certain point, which is somewhere here. And then as we come into the front with that compression, you should now start to feel the bottom of your feet starting to feel pressure. Okay? When we get that pressure, it means we're in a really good position to be ready for that catch. Okay, and when we're there, then it allows us to feel that core connection, the chain connection, and that's when we can push. That's when we can press. Okay? This is good. Good hang. Nice rhythm. Nice and smooth with these movements. Continuous motion. Okay, nice. Remember, as we come into the catch, just have a think about what your head and shoulders are doing. Okay? If we feel ourselves dropping or lifting, it means we're not quite properly set and potentially looking to try and make it go. Okay? If we can feel like everything's flat, back and forward, we know that there's not really any unnecessary movements happening, okay? So, think about that now. While we think about this chain being flat, the hands moving away, really good. Okay, nice smooth rhythm, nice easy flow. And as you see, we've kept a very good rating. I'm starting to get a bit puffed. I can feel a little bit of fatigue starting to set in. And this is where we really start wanting to focus. Okay? Working on these little parts to try and perfect them when we're under pressure. We want to try and keep working them and not resort back to old habits, okay? It's really easy to learn new stuff. It's really hard to break out of those old habits. Good. This is nice. This is smooth. This is continuous. Okay, good. Patience. Rhythm and flow. Okay, back and forward. Back, forward. Through that drive backwards. Push the back. Backwards. Okay, push those legs. Backwards. And we hang those arms out in front of us. Nice. Okay, good smooth motion. Natural compression in the length. Okay, be content with where we're getting to. Don't think like we've got to go for any more. Just compress. Feel that flexibility in the legs right there. Seat rolls under. That's us. Okay. Smooth patience around the front. And drive. Okay, good. Roll. Rhythm. Nice and free. Okay, so as we go up to these ratings in this last 10 minutes, just remember, fatigue setting in, let's hold it together, okay? Move the hands a little bit quicker. Okay, spend the first 40 seconds here just really rewiring our brains with a new hand speed around the finish, a new travel speed forward, and a new leg drive speed, which is only about 5% quicker than what we were doing. Okay? That's all it is. Gradually make that the new norm in terms of our speed, that flow. This is good. Okay, and yes, we're naturally working a little bit more. So you have to remember, we don't have as much time for recovery. So breathing become a little bit more intense. The energy zapping can happen a little bit quicker. Okay? The fatigue in our muscles, not being able to hold this form that we're trying to find, okay, can suffer. So, really keep these movements free, loose. That setup with the machine, remember the bungee right here, helps draw us forward, helps set into the catch. Good. Good. Good roll, good rhythm. Patience. Okay, this is nice. Okay, swing back and forward. You get that swing back when the legs are pushing. The body's driving off through the hips. Okay, motion through the drive with the hang, long arms. And remember, try and keep that tension when we're hanging into this part, not this, okay? Not up into there, lats. Okay, they're big muscle groups. That's why we talk under the armpits with the hang. Really good. Good motion, good freedom. Feel the feet. Self-check on the feet. Feel what they're doing in the shoes. Against the footboard. Feel the change in pressures on the feet. From there at the finish to there at the front. Okay, what happens in that time? Help get the body forward. So then we get back, ready to load for the press. Okay, remember to breathe. Remember that face again. Because we're going to get down here to the last 5 minutes. And we're just going to free everything up again. Another 5%, okay? Breathe, hold those numbers consistent. Find the output, which will maintain for another 5 minutes. Here we go. Up 2. Now, okay, move those hands a bit quicker. Means we get into the front slightly faster. Feel that change in direction. Feel the push. Okay, drive. Hand drive. Good. There it is. Okay. Now, think about this continuous motion. Back and forward. Rhythm. Rolling around. This is good, okay? Nice motion, we've got 4 minutes, 100 strokes. Find this nice hang from the front, okay? Focus it with me. Armpits, lats. Good. Keeping it low. Okay, breathe with me. Open the mouth. Find what's working for you. Okay, good. Okay, smooth into the front. We don't want to race there and then have a change like we'll get there slow and then hit. Think we're going to go hard. Remember, we're trying to make this real smooth. Forward and back, this continuous motion. Roll in, around. Yes, there's points where the handle stops like there and here. We want to make it real smooth in that change in direction, okay? Real smooth around, around, around. Okay, no hit, no muscling it. Use the connected muscles through the drive. Good. Okay, really good. Hold this. Remember, hands out over the knees, let them stretch. Forward. Feel the flow. Set up. Here we go. Nice. Carry. There it is. Nice rhythm. Nice momentum. Minute and a half to go. Okay, less. So breathe. Remember what we talked about at the start. Okay, release as much tension as we can. Hang. Feel the swing. Good. Okay, back and forward. Last minute. Don't overwork it. Roll with it. Back and forward. Nice. Good. Feel the pressure on the push. Real good. Okay. We've got 12 strokes to go. Hang. Keep the freedom of movement. Feel that push. Both feet together with me. Hang. Swing, metronomic. Rhythm, like a pendulum. Back and forth. Last couple. You beauty, okay? What a workout, great. Okay, don't stop, team. Okay, nothing worse than stopping. I know it makes you feel good. You're like, glad it's finished. But if we just move along, a little bit of active recovery, going to be in a really, really good place. Okay, after we've done this, cooled down, had some nutrition, we'll be ready for something else. Okay, should we do another set? Should we do another one? Just kidding. On another day, maybe, but not today. Okay, so just roll it out here. Okay, we'll just let the clock tick down. We'll reset it. We'll do another minute or so after that. But just really right now, gather yourself. Okay, just move back and forward. Just have enough body weight behind the handle to feel the swing. Okay, here with me. Okay, and now even think about it in your fingertips. Feel that chain. Feel that chain really wanting to pull itself back in. Okay, and feel ourselves move with it. Have enough control here to feel what it's doing with us. There, okay, engagement in the core here, and just let ourselves sit back forward. And then soft knee break, okay? We don't need to lock these knees out like this. Nah. Okay, straight, but enough flexion to just roll forward. Okay, so just hit your menu button or reset your machine, whatever you're using for this. And we're probably just going to roll it out for another minute, okay? Just because the more activeness in this shape, in the rowing shape, stimulates the blood flow back to the muscles we've been using while we were just doing that workout, okay? If we just sit there and do nothing, pull a little bit of lactic acid, we don't get that fresh oxygenated blood back to those muscles, which then help with that recovery for that next set, next session, whenever that may be. Okay. So now just last 5 or 6 strokes here. Just think about our setup, think about our length, think about our positioning, just like this. Here we go. Real nice. 2 more. Job done. Okay. Great work, team. Okay. Really solid application to that session. Okay, even though the rates are reasonably low, as I mentioned at the start, if we're focusing on how we're producing the speed, how we're recovering and relaxing, if we're doing those in the right fashion, we get to a point where we're working well, okay, and well is probably the best word. You know, yes, we're working hard, everyone works hard, we know that, but we want to work well, which is a combination of hard and good, okay, doing it good and working hard, okay, which is working well, okay, and that's the idea, is the more we can do it in a very good frame, good shape, doing the whole process well, we will get better, okay, and we'll start to understand, we'll watch ourselves, we'll think about what we're doing, okay, and so really good sets, okay. The last part with the freedom, I probably was in here at that 22, couple of points before we were about to change. I was like, I'm just starting to struggle, just starting to maybe think my focus was coming off a little bit, just waning slightly. Okay, and that's what we've got to do. We've got to make sure we try and hold that focus as we go through. Okay, excellent workout, 40 minutes, job done. Okay, really good set, worked on that intensity, worked on that rhythm. and that session's going to be there forever, so you can come back, have a go at it any time you like, okay? But well done, keep it up, keep all the hard work up, stay safe. Thanks for tuning in, and so from me and asensei, thank you very much, and we'll see you guys here for the next session, okay? Go cool down, go eat something, recover well. Catch you later.